we on?
We are on now. They missed that part. They missed the whole salad part.
That's okay.
That's okay. Hey.
Hi, guys.
Hola.
Happy Monday.
Buenos dias.
Happy.
Is that hello?
You know what?
Is buenos dias hello?
Buenos dias.
Buenos.
Not bonos.
Buenos dias.
Like, what am I thinking of? Bonobos.
Bonobos?
Those are monkeys. Did you know that?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Grease and Grace. My name is Jordan.
Monday. My name is Kim.
Kim's eating a salad today. That's and let me tell you what, it's everywhere. I mean, it is all.
Ain't no shame.
I mean, you are annihilating that salad.
It's so good.
And then using your shirt like a baseball player to get rid of all the salad on your face.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I ain't got no shame.
When you roll in, is it good to be here? Because you know how people
so
say,
good to
like,
be here.
people are like, oh, it's good to be here. Like, do you feel that way? Mm-hmm. All right.
It's such a
Good feeling.
to know you're alive.
To know you're alive. And when you wake up.
Ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. That was good snaps.
Those were good snaps.
That was good snaps. Sometimes I don't get good snaps.
All right, you guys. You're listening to Grease and Grace. This is what we do every single week. First of all, we want to apologize for last week's technical malfunction. I was irate because I feel like the last 10 minutes with the guys from the Bremen Theater were so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, for whatever reason, it was happening. It was going. And I'm just like, and I couldn't stop it.
All of a sudden.
Oh, and I didn't want to like stop them because I was like, we're not going to do that or whatever because we were kind of in a flow state there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we talked for like a good hour 15 after the podcast. Like, they're such cool guys.
They stayed here for a solid half hour and just hung out with us. You think it was longer than that?
It was longer than that.
Yeah, the king of chills. That's what I'm going to say right there. Because
such a fun episode.
Sean and Rex, if you're listening to the show, thanks so much for coming out. We had a great time with you guys.
Anytime that you guys want to
we need to bring you guys back for sure. So we'll
find something.
We'll work on that. Yeah.
Tell us what you're interested in, Sean and Rex. We'll bring you back.
Whatever you want to talk about. As you know, every single week, hey, we take on a new topic. We dive into the greasy and graceful aspects of this life that we live in. Current events to pop culture to theaters to things that we know about and things that we know nothing about. Because you know what? We're professionals and just leave it to us. It's a unique blend of humor and insight. And you should just sit back, relax, and buckle up because we're about to get bonkers.
Well, we already kind of are.
Did you like that? That was pretty good.
That was.
I did
so,
good.
okay, before we do anything.
Before we ask the question that we asked before we get to the topic, is that what you're saying? You want to do a pregame to the pregame?
PSA.
Public service announcement.
Public service announcement. Kimberly is almost out of topics.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
Bro, I got 20 of them in my back pocket.
So somebody send me some.
Right.
Send me some. And it could be very much that, like, all of my brain power today went to, like, work. Like, my workout, I was just, like, focused in. Like, I was honed in. I got home, and I was immediately into a meeting. And then, like, I was just in workflow the entire day.
Girl, don't I know it.
And it will be afterwards.
Oh, you're in the same spot.
So then I was, like, looking to see what our topic was. And I was like,
running out.
I don't have
There's
any
no way
after
we'll run out.
this season. There's no way. But if you guys have any, please send them to me because right now my brain is mush. And I want to hear what you
have to say.
Want to hear.
Okay, we can do that.
That is my PSA.
Question of the day.
The question of the day. What is something that you wish grew on trees?
Money.
Besides money.
Let
me finish the question.
If money grew on trees, though, like, here's the deal. It wouldn't be money anymore. Like, it would be irrelevant because then people would just go out and pick it, and then you wouldn't have currency.
Would use in place?
This is the hard part about I feel like I'm always smashing, like, your question on the floor and then just stepping on it and being like, you hear the glass breaking? Because that's your heart, and I'm crushing it.
No.
Like, it's the thing is, if something grew on trees, first of all, my first question is everybody able to access it or only you?
Let's say only you.
See, that's the different story because when people are like, oh, do you think money grows on trees? If money grew on trees and everybody gets to access it, then guess what? It's irrelevant. But if it's your tree and it's in the backyard and it produces things, then, oh, baby, let me tell you what. You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody has, like, a different thing. So it would be
right.
weird to, like, if it was, like, a 5-year-old girl
100%.
being like, I wish teddy bears grew off of trees.
If that's your tree, right? If it's
I
your
don't want
tree,
squishmallows on trees.
then you get all the things. But you got to think about this 5-year-old Betsy, because here's the deal: you're going to grow up, and that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So.
But now I'm like, ooh, what do I want? What do I wish would grow on trees?
What do you got? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I don't know what I would want. Like, I don't know if I like anything that much. Or I would.
What do you think about? There's a look of just pure like.
Well, I just
you looked at the wall for a second and just zoned out.
Because I was like, oh, because I was like, it has to be something. In my opinion, like it has to be something that like there's variations of it.
Okay.
And so, like, my first immediate thought was macarons. If you've never had a macaron cookie,
I don't like them.
Oh, I love them.
Some people, it's a love or hate thing.
Yeah,
straight up, it's a love or hate thing.
But like, I think you would get sick of it, and so then I was like, maybe like pastries, because I have such a sweet tooth.
Are we talking tangible or non-tangible objects? Like, are we talking food or are we talking something else? Like, could it be like something like money? Like, I wish something grew on trees. That was like it could be like a cell phone. Like, are you saying that? I don't know.
What do you want that's non-tangible?
Well, so here's the thing. If it's a food-related item, I grew some love. You want some? Actually, you're going to have some because you have 0. So, like, if it's like a food-related thing, then that's okay. But if it's like a like item that I could market, like that'd be kind of cool too. So you just box it up and send it out. So... there's on multiple dynamics to this question.
Ooh, shoes.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But does it grow like different kinds of shoes, or is it always the same
Just
shoe?
shoes in general.
Yeah.
Loafers,
This
sneakers.
is a very complex question.
Maybe it's accessories.
What about food? What food would you never want? Mine's easy. Watermelon.
Peaches. I could eat my weight in peaches every single day.
I could do the same for watermelon.
Like, I have not had good watermelon this year.
Bethany told me the other day, she was like, she was watching me sitting on the couch, indulging myself in a watermelon. And she's like, are you going to eat that whole thing? And I said, what's it to you?
The thing about watermelon, though, is that it's mostly watermelon.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's mostly water.
It's so good.
And so, did you know that watermelon is mostly watermelon?
That is a new revelation. Like, I'm blown away that you knew that.
No, it's mostly water. So you're just hydrating with a little bit of fiber.
Peaches would be a good one too.
I love peaches. Peaches or cherries.
But cherries, okay. So cherries, we had this conversation the other day on our kitchen table. Not on our kitchen table, like at our kitchen table. If we were on our kitchen table, that'd be weird.
To each their own, baby.
But we were talking about how peaches have pits because it's God's way of controlling how many you eat. Because if you if you just go for it, I mean, you're toilet bound.
It's like, have you ever seen the dogs that have like the bowl that slows them down from?
Yeah. And there's one dog that's just like, I got this.
I can kind of agree with that, but it doesn't stop me.
Oh,
like if that one peach was so good, you can guarantee I'm diving into it.
You'll double down on a peach.
Oh, I almost did this morning.
I can't do it.
Peaches and cherries.
I love fruit.
The pits, yes, can slow me down, fruit. But like in one sitting, could eat an entire bag of cherries. Wow. And I don't think that that's good for like your internal system.
No,
I don't know that that's.
I've never. Good. I don't know if I've doubled down on a fruit. Like I go one avocado, that's enough. One peach,
watermelon.
One watermelon, sufficient.
And it's not the like seedless baby ones.
And then my stomach just hurts so bad, and I'm like, why is my stomach feel like in knots? And I'm like, oh, because I
just ate 12 pounds of water.
Yeah. I ate a bowling ball's worth of fruit. Like,
yeah, I could very easily mount down some cherries. It is bad news bears. They hate to see me coming.
So
that's for sure.
So good.
Okay, so what do you like, shoes?
So to see like if it's like a product, like an actual thing, man, I don't even know. I have nothing in my back. I'm so quick on my feet. I have nothing in my back pocket to even say. So I'm gonna go with watermelon for the food, and I'm gonna go with
We'll stick with that.
I'm just gonna. I got in there.
Endless watermelon tree.
Money.
Watermelons don't even grow on trees. Could you imagine a watermelon falling from a tree?
My gorgeous wife. Guess what? You're gonna be blown away. Bethany grew. I don't think. Do you grow them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Grew grapes this year.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Does she have like an arch for them to?
She's got a grapevine and everything, and like she just brought in the other day like a whole like tub of grapes, and they taste totally different than like regular store-bought grapes.
Yes, they're different texture too.
They're so sweet.
They're different texture.
Yeah, but I was blown away.
What kind of grapes?
Red ones.
So okay. I feel like
the time to grow on a vine.
I feel like that was like
that was my
so
fault.
much disappointment.
You like looked at me like,
Jordan.
I don't think that's. I don't know.
Oh
about
man,
that. I'm sorry.
Well, yes, there's a lot of different grapes that you can grow. So I'm curious, like which ones are growing in Indiana.
I'll have to ask her what she grew, but it was amazing because she came in and she was just super stoked on the whole thing, and I was like, you totally grew grapes. Like,
do you want to know a fun fact about cherries that I just blew Josh's
100%.
mind about the other day? So if
this is what happens. This is our life. Like, let me tell you what I did.
So Miles and Owen are my kids who were eating cherries, more so Miles.
Whom we love.
Yes. And Miles was like, he's like deathly afraid of eating any kind of seed. Like we just
that's legitimate for a kid.
I had to force him to eat watermelon with dinner like 2 nights ago because there was a black seed in it. It was like. It
just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And it was bright red. And I was like, you gotta jump on this bright red watermelon. You know it's gonna be sweet.
You know it's gonna be good.
And
homie.
he was like, I'm not eating this, Mom. And I was like, why are you not eating it? And he said, there's black seeds in it. To which then, like, we went into this whole situation because he really
I would have bounced his head off the table.
He really thinks that, like, black watermelon seeds grow in your stomach. And so then, like, it was a whole thing. So anyways, he is also terrified of eating cherry pits.
Really?
And he is. And Owen one time ate a cherry pit and Miles was like, call 911. This is red alert. This is code red. And like he was so nervous.
Can't do that.
And so then like we were telling him it's okay. You just can't eat a lot of them.
Okay.
And so then I was telling Josh that long ago, I don't know how long ago, in the 1800s, perhaps.
In a galaxy far, far
yes.
away.
Wives used to kill their husbands slowly with cherry pits because if you crush up cherry pits,
they
toxic?
Have
like, is it arsenic or cyanide?
Yeah.
Naturally in the pit. And so you can like grind it up and you can like add it to your husband's coffee. And then if your husband is just like, making you angry. Yes, he puts his coffee away. But that's how wives would kill their husbands.
What? And they used to do it a lot.
Yeah.
Because you have prearranged marriages. So they're like, hey, like, I don't want to do this. And this is
And
this
it's like
bad.
it's a slow death. And so, like, you start getting, like, sick. And so like you don't suspect.
You haven't thought about doing that, have you?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not.
Josh is a great guy.
But
I just
really
want to throw that out
like
there.
Him.
He's really good. I think you should keep him around.
He's gonna be around.
He's got some wild ideas.
Watch, it would be terrible if there's like this horrible accident.
Somebody's gonna be like, "That's it. I've listened to this podcast long enough."
So, and please don't use this in your plotting of your spouse's.
That's bad.
Yeah, but yeah, they have enough arsenic or cyanide, I don't remember which one, to off somebody.
Wow.
Yeah, bad news.
All right, y'all. Let's get into today's topic. Kimberly.
So we're
today's
gonna do a
topic
season.
A season.
Series. We're gonna do a series.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 4-week series.
Okay.
We are going to do a back to school series.
Oh.
And each week we're going to grease and grace a different portion of school.
Yeah, that's fair because people have gone back and then some people still are yet to go back. So I think that's good because like some of you just started going back to school. Some of you have been back to school for a couple of days, and then some of you have like a week or two until you go back. So that's fair. And like college doesn't even start for like 3 weeks. Yeah. So you're good there too as well.
So we'll have like 4 weeks of
Okay, so
school.
it's the back to school season spectacular.
Yes.
Grace and Grace.
Back to school.
We've obviously talked about this before we started.
We are very
today's topic is
we are talking about elementary school.
Oh, are we gonna go like through the levels or no?
What do you mean the levels?
Well, so what I'm saying is, like, is next week, do you want to do junior high? And
yeah, that's what we're going to do.
We're going to.
Okay. Yeah. So I think, like, elementary school, we can talk about it in the perspective of our kids, too, because my kids are in elementary school right now. But
we're talking about it in context of the United States.
Yes.
So that's yeah.
Yeah. And we're not going to talk about, like, the politics of school or anything like that, because that is a snooze fest.
You ready?
And let's go.
All right, let's define elementary schools in the United States. In the United States, elementary schools are the main point of delivery for primary education, teaching children between the ages of 5 and 11. So that's what we're talking about right now. So you're talking about, so we're going to say not preschool. We're saying past preschool into kindergarten. Yeah. Kindergarten, and we're going to go into... we'll say 5th grade, and the only reason I say that is because where we currently live, 6th, 7th, and 8th is considered middle school. Mm-hmm. So we're just gonna. So even if next week we talk about junior highs are normally 7th and 8th grade, but for the sake of argument, because it's our show and we can do whatever we want, we're gonna say we're going from kindergarten to 5th grade. Okay. So yeah, in 2017 there were 147 elementary schools. 73,686 were public.
Wait, what was that first number that you said?
Sorry, I messed that up. 106,147 elementary schools.
Okay.
For some reason, that did not look like a comma to me, so my fault. Roughly 73,000 were public and 32,000 were private in the United States, a figure which includes all schools that teach students from 1st grade to 8th grade. We're obviously going a little bit of a different route on that. Elementary schools have curriculum. They also have standardized testing, teaching, and governance from the United States, obviously. So, like, government controls kind of like standardized testing and what we would call standards in regards to things.
I hated standardized
You big dumb government.
I hated it so
Somebody breaks into
much.
the office and they're like, say that again. Oh, I said I love candy. Ugh, my bad.
All right.
What up, Elon? Trump kicked you out of his office, didn't he? How long did that last? Who else can I make mad
That was a
today?
weird breakup season.
And what the world happened to Oprah? Where'd she go?
I just read a book about her. Not about her, but she just somebody was talking
fell
about,
off the planet.
Well, she made her money. She's out. Good for her.
Yeah. Guess how old she is?
I'm going to guess she's probably like 73.
Whoa. 71.
Wow.
You were right on. Good job, Shaniqua. She looks
a little bit younger than...
Man, I wonder what she is doing now. She's out there
She has her...
running around.
Does she still have her channel?
Probably.
You know what I'm talking about?
She had which is her own magazine and stuff like that.
And then it turned into a TV channel.
Yeah.
Like... I don't know what they had on it. Dr. Phil was on it, I feel like, a lot. Which is weird.
That's true. They were kind of like, yeah.
Were they buddies?
I don't know. Maybe. We're digressing.
Anyway.
In a major way. All right. So, the greasy side of elementary school. I'm going to let you kick this one off. Like, what do you got? You want to talk about it for you or for your kids or both?
We're just going to see whatever comes
Because let me tell you what. I got elementary stories for days.
From you?
Days.
Really?
Oh, my goodness. We could talk about my elementary school
What
career.
was Jordan like in elementary
Do you want
school?
the Cliff Note version?
Yeah.
You want the Cliff Note version?
Who was Jordan?
Okay, you tell me yours and then I'll tell you mine.
Okay, so I, as an elementary school student, and still today in my life, was a very hyper person.
You guys, can you imagine Kim and I wound up in elementary school?
Oh my goodness, everybody would hate us.
So we're both in that boat. Hated. Okay, check. Got that box.
I was so hyper.
Okay.
And I was very obnoxious.
Okay.
Those were like my go-to traits.
What was your hair like in elementary school?
Well,
was it big or small?
So
because your hair is very large now.
My hair is very large, but it's actually pretty controlled.
Okay.
I actually got, this is really big.
Like, did little Kim have like a fro or no? Did you have puffs? Did you have Afro puffs?
No. So my mom, she tells me all the time, she's like, I would work so hard on your hair, Kimberly. And then you would go and you would do somersaults in school and cartwheels during recess.
So there's no point.
So I have everybody has them, but with curly hair that is like my type of curls, it doesn't hold down. And this was prior to me like understanding how to utilize a headband to keep my I call them my new growth baby hairs.
How African American is your hair?
I am like split right down the middle.
Really? So you do have some, what I would say, and if you guys want to get offended at this, I don't care. You do have some white girl tendencies in regards to hair.
So my hair is very fine.
Okay.
A lot of people think that it's thick. I have really, really fine hair, and I just have a lot of it. And it like curls just build on each other.
Yeah.
But like according to the African American community, I have a really good grade of hair. I was just at a water park the other day, and there was like 2 African American chicks standing behind me.
They're kind of like oohing, oddling over there.
One of them, and I was like, oh.
You're like, she was like me.
She turned to her friend and she goes, I wish that my hair was that long when it was curly. And I was like, yes, it is. Like I was like, yeah.
Have you ever straightened it?
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to.
Would it get really long?
Right now, if I were to straighten my hair, it would probably be to like
no way middle of
my back. Yeah.
No way.
It's that curly. And so, like in elementary school, I just was running around nappy headed. And if you don't know what nappy headed is, I just looked like a hot mess all of the time.
Just think about, if you guys don't know what she's talking about, just think about like you go for those of us who are light skinned, you have long hair, you go running out in the woods and you get like burrs in it, and it's just that's what it looks like.
It just like it was frizzy everywhere. This was also prior to like understanding it, because my hair was like a whole journey of like figuring out what's too heavy for my hair, what's not heavy enough to tame it, and like what's the magic potion to get my hair to look normal.
You should straighten your hair just 1 week.
It's so bad for your curls.
Oh,
and then I lose my
is.
curl pattern. And so no thanks. But but yeah, I was the crazy haired, hyper loud and obnoxious girl.
Okay.
I
can see it
all the time.
Okay.
In fact, I had talked so much that one of my teachers put me in the isolation desk the entire
What's an
year.
Isolation desk?
It's like there's walls on 3 sides, and like he would get so mad at me.
There's
because,
no way
like,
you could do that today.
No
way.
Not at all. He would put me on the isolation desk, and I would still like lean back,
so you could see, around. You're like, what's going on out here?
I was moving all the time. Like, I am a classic case of ADHD. I am a classic case.
Oh my goodness.
So like my bus driver, she would get really mad at me because like I was always standing up or I was sitting on my leg. Just constant movement.
Okay.
I would get in trouble for standing up during class because like sitting down and listening would be hard. And like now they have like seats for kids like
they do.
me,
which is crazy.
But then they didn't have that, and so I was always getting in trouble.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Kim. If it's hard to picture.
That's amazing. But for your whole elementary career, or did it change? Did you feel yourself like kind of come down?
Nope.
Or just there was constant ramp
all
up?
the time.
It was all the time.
It just like it would change. Like the.
Did your mom and dad ever want to have you like tested or anything?
I was officially tested, and I absolutely have ADHD.
Did you go on medication at
Nope.
all? No medication.
No medication.
Did your mom and dad just say no?
Yeah.
They were like, no, we know this is how she is. We're just gonna figure this out.
I think at the time that I was tested, it was just my mom, and it was me and my brother who were tested.
Okay.
And so she was like, no, and I understand it because like there's a lot of medication that can severely alter the brain chemistry, especially of kids.
Yeah.
And like during like the 90s, I feel like they were like quick to give you medication to like calm you down.
You're preaching to the choir.
But then like you have no idea what the ramifications are later on in life. And so my mom was like, nah, we're good. We'll just learn to work with this.
We're going to figure this thing out with her.
And so, yeah. So like it was not.
Were you the most wound up of all of your siblings? Or was like Caleb a little higher?
We have different forms, like different, what's the word? Different
levels
manifestations of like ADD, ADHD.
Yeah.
So I was always hyper and loud and like,
Yeah.
Caleb always had something in his mouth. He was always chewing on something.
Okay.
He was always like flicking with a pen. Like he would have been the kid who needs a fidget spinner to help him focus, but he was wildly intelligent.
Okay.
And so he didn't ever really have to listen to still understand school, which was infuriating to me because I would try.
Because he's kind of just like, I just get it.
Yeah. And so like I would try throughout elementary school, like legitimately would put forth effort, and I would still get like C's and D's. Man. And it was frustrating. And it's not because like I wasn't paying attention. It was like if I was being forced to sit all of the time. Yeah. So then my mind is just like the entire time. So then I can't pay attention. And so like now as an adult, I know how to kind of work around that. Yeah. But
you kind of like figured out you're like there's a term for it. What do they call it? Like I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. So so yeah, our ADHD, ADD, whatever the official term is these days, manifested wildly different. I was way more wild than Caleb was. Okay. Caleb was busy, but I was wild.
That's a good way to put it. Like Caleb, yeah. He kind of moved, and you moved in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you?
Where do we start? Okay, so
who was Jordan?
So I'll try to summarize it as fast as I can. So when I was in kindergarten, we moved. Okay. So that's number one. Like moved to like a new place, new location, or whatever. Sorry, I think it was first grade. So I did first grade in like the town that I grew up in or whatever. Okay. When I was little, I just infatuated with my teacher. Like so in first grade, I mean like I don't know why, but like just. Like loved her.
What was her name?
Mrs. Horner. Oh, and beautiful. Who knows where she's at? She's probably dead.
She's coming in right now.
Yeah. So Mrs. Horner, just very like fixated on her or whatever, for lack of a better word. Had the same issues as you, with like, just being like wound up. Did third grade twice.
Did you?
Yep. So when I was in first grade, the teacher that I had, she was retiring, and then I was behind. And so basically, like, the thing was like, hey, what do we do here? We should probably just
wait a minute. Was she retiring? And she was like, I'm not teaching these kids
this
crap.
Kid is got to go. Well, then the funniest part was the teacher I had after her, she ended up retiring after she had my class, and she's an alcoholic. And I was like, I don't know if I did that or not, but there's an apology letter in the mail for that, like it's my bad. This is all me. And then like always struggled in school, and like what you just said, elementary school wise, they just threw me like into medication world, and medication world was absolutely terrible.
You were medicated?
Oh my goodness. Like so I was in the realm though when that was first coming out, and so medication was so like guinea pig-esque, if you will.
Yeah, that's why my mom didn't do it.
Right. So there was a couple of things that I was on and was given, and I'll like never forget. I remember being in 6th grade. I would put my head like on the table. This is like the world of Ritalin.
Like arms crossed?
Like arms crossed because it hurt so bad.
Really?
Teacher was ecstatic because teacher was like, man.
I've never seen this kid so quiet in my life.
Drug this man, And I was just like my head just throbbed.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And I still think to this day, I know for a fact that it had like long-term, like, what do you want to call it?
So now anytime that you do something stupid, I can be like, yeah, that's not Ritalin.
That's that stupid Ritalin. Yeah. So fast forward to college. I remember college in my first couple of semesters was tough. So I went and basically like they were like, well, you were on medication as a kid. Like you should probably try that again because if it helped, or whatever. Yeah. Took that medication, threw me into depression in like a
What'd you take then?
Extremely bad way. I threw all of that stuff out and then had to go on like depression medicine, and then depression medicine was like horrible, so I threw that out. And so it was almost like being an addict and having to like overcome your own addiction by yourself.
Well, yeah, because your body learns to like rely on those drugs.
Horrible. Yeah. Which is why like, so still to this day, caffeine has the opposite effect on me. Mm-hmm. So like instead of caffeine like hyping me up, it just focuses me in a huge intense way. Mm-hmm. So people will be like, man, I can't believe you're drinking a cup of coffee. I'm like, I got to concentrate. Yeah. But our power keeps dying in the office. It's so funny.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Our air conditioner keeps flipping on and off.
Yeah, have you noticed that in the background? Because it gets real weird when it stops.
Yeah. So like, I guess going into the greasy side of things, like my first thing is, we grew up in the 90s where everybody had to learn the same way.
Yeah.
And so nobody does. So my mom became a teacher for the sole purpose to help me and to help other kids learn in the ways that they learn. Mm-hmm. So she went from working in the lunchroom to getting her degree and then her master's degree while I was in school. Oh. And the whole goal was to help kind of how to figure this out. Nice. So I have vivid memories of my mom and I both doing homework, mm-hmm. and she would just look at me, she'd be like, okay, it's been 10 minutes, let's get up and walk around the table.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so she would just be she'd just kind of figure it out. And mm-hmm. then fast forward to college, I'll never forget when I kind of went off everything. I would email all my professors and I would say, hey, I do better if I can stand up. And none of them had any problem with it.
That's so nice.
15 minutes into a class, I'd stand up, go to the back. I'd be standing, taking notes or whatever. Mm-hmm. They didn't care.
Yeah.
So
that was my only dream. That really, in school, if I would have been able to stand up and mm-hmm. just be at my desk, not to bother anybody, just the fact that I'm standing up and I can sway and just get the...
I just need to move.
Yeah, I just need to do something with my body. I cannot sit and listen.
Yeah.
That would have helped me so much. But it was I would get in trouble the second that I would stand up.
And that's probably my first grease. And I have to be really careful with this because I know there's so many people out there that's medication has helped my kid, medication. Yeah. I'm not saying it hasn't. So I don't want to if that's you and you're that parent, I'm sure there's a conversation that could be had there, but... My first grease is I think we're so quick to medicate kids mm-hmm. because they don't act or function in the ways that society wants them to act or function. And I'll just tell you right now, not everybody does good sitting down for an hour. Mm-hmm. I talked to a kid on Saturday and I asked him, he's a junior in high school. And I was like, what do you want to do when you grow up? And he's like, I don't want to go to college. First kid I've talked to in a long time, I don't want to go to college. He's like, what do you want to do? He's like, I want to be a construction he's like, I want to be a general contractor for a construction company.
Oh, nice.
And so he's like, I want to build things. And he's like, but I don't want the office work. He's like, so I'm totally fine with finding a partner who does the office side and I go and I do the construction side. He's like, because I just do better that way.
Nice.
I was like,
so he's got it figured out.
Yeah, I was do it, bro.
Yeah, that's so nice. I think too, I feel all throughout elementary school, I think that is that maybe middle school now. I don't know. But I remember in 4th grade, I could not tell you the name of it, but we had this whole you're going to become an adult for a month kind of syllabus almost. And in that you learn how to write checks and
like a Mr. Feeney assignment for Corey Matthews.
Exactly. Yeah. But then we would go to career fairs and we would learn about different jobs and we would learn about how much salary, all of those. And I feel in the time that we were in school, there was a humongous push for people to go to college. And we'll talk about college later. But there was a humongous push for all of us to go to college. If you don't go to college, then you're not going to be successful in life.
Right.
And so we were taught that is your end goal. Mm-hmm. And now it's been really interesting because I have a brother who is 12 years younger than me. Mm-hmm. And we all had racked up all of this debt, from student loans, which is a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But I remember when he was a senior or maybe even a junior and I was like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And he was like, I don't know. And I go, then don't go to college.
Right.
And he just kind of looked at me and I said, dude, why go to college to figure it out? I was the person who went to college. I had 4 different majors. Right. And so he didn't go to college and then he became a firefighter, which doesn't need they have their own.
They do their own thing. They have their schooling. It's just different.
But anymore, it's becoming less and less that people feel the need to go to college. We felt the need to go to college.
100%. And that's and that's why I think we can save that for the college, portion of it. But I think this is, and that's another grease that I have in regards to elementary school. I remember when my daughter was a 4th or 5th grader. I can't remember where she was, but the principal asked her and asked us, they're like, what does she want to do when she grows up?
That's a wild question to ask a 10-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Well, and I thought he was just asking just because he was curious what she's kind of interested in. Mm-hmm. And it was no, it was we want to put her on a track.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, first of all, frontal cortex isn't developed yet.
It doesn't even develop till you're
21, 22, stuff like that. And it depends on if you're a guy or a girl. And I was so we had a really come to Jesus moment where I looked at her and I was like, hey, this is not healthy, because you could go down this track and then you could get at the end of this road and be like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. And if you do, you're stuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so do as much as you possibly can in regards to diversity. Like, whatever you're interested in, just pursue that path, you know. With my oldest, like, fortunately, she's kind of always been interested in the same thing. Yeah. But man, like, not every kid is like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I definitely have different interests than what I had at 5th grade. That is insane. Which is one of my greases, is like, I feel like no longer, and I know that it is not necessarily like the teacher's fault. It's not even, I don't think, the principal or the superintendent. I don't know the Board of Education.
There's a lot of different things in that. Yeah.
I just know it's a lot higher up, but it's unfortunate that there's no longer any freedom to just like be a kid. Like, everything is to a test. And I think our last year's episode, when we talked to 2 teachers. I think
which,
that
if you guys haven't checked that out, you should totally check that out.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal episode. We should re-release that, actually. That was a really great episode.
Yeah, we should drop that again.
But they talk about like having to test to standards, but not every single kid like learns the same. Not every kid tests the same. Like my youngest brother, he had test anxiety, like you wouldn't believe. So like, he knows the information, but then like when he goes to test, he can't. Or, I mean, honestly, my brothers and me are like great examples of the different types of students, because there's the test anxiety.
Right.
Then there's Caleb, who never touched homework whatsoever, and then still aced every single test that he did. Any standard, like, he got it. And then there was me, who I just didn't get it. And like, I would try and I would listen and I would read. And
were you ever allowed to take tests like away from class? You weren't allowed to do that? No. See, I would like, it was funny. We were in a meeting, this was last year, with the junior high, and my kids are both high ability, which is crazy because they get that from their mom. And Bethany would be like, no, Jordan, like, you have your master's degree. And I'm like, I do, but like, I just peaked way late, you know? And so they're going through all this stuff, and they're talking about like all this high ability stuff and the new diplomas. And I was quiet for an hour, which is crazy for me. And we get done. The lady looks at me. She's like, Jordan, do you have anything to say? And I was like, I had an IEP when I was growing up. And they just kind of looked at me like, oh, you know, like, and I'm like, so I have nothing to contribute to this conversation. The whole goal was like, finish elementary school, finish junior high, you know, don't die, and then go to high school. You know, like, I didn't expect
ask my first grade teacher to marry me.
Yeah. And she's like, hey, hand placement's a big thing, buddy, you know. It's so
That's
true.
Hilarious. That's another one of my greases. Like, you talk about the IEP that I did not have. And now that I have kids in elementary school, and I don't know if you can speak to this, I'm sure you can, but like, we're getting dangerously close already in 3rd grade and 2nd grade to things that I don't understand.
Right.
And like, so just like 2 nights ago, math is not my strong suit by far.
Me neither.
And my son is bringing home math homework, and he's been working on graphs.
And he's like, hey, can you help me?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, got this. Yeah. Like, this is easy.
This is whole, are you smarter than a 3rd grader coming to real life in your house? Yeah.
Well, okay. So we're talking about like the differentiation between the numbers in the data. So it was like a class's favorite vegetable: carrots, broccoli, peas, and I don't know, like zucchini.
Sure.
And so they had different numbers. And one of the vegetables got like 9 votes, whereas another vegetable only got 2 votes.
Yeah, pretty clear.
So, yes. So one of the follow-up questions, and I still am like, I think we did this wrong. Because it was like, how many different, like, how many votes different did the zucchini get from the carrots?
Oh, yeah.
And it was 7.
Yeah.
9 and 2, right?
Yeah.
And so my way of doing this is to take the biggest number, which would be 9,
right,
and then subtract it from the smallest number,
which would make sense.
2, to get 7. For some reason, they have addition And I'm like,
you're like, how'd you do that?
What?
Yeah.
What are we adding? Why am I adding 2 + 9?
Yeah.
And how are we getting 7 from 2 + 9?
Like, this new math has got to go.
I don't understand. Why is there an addition?
Mm-hmm.
Why is there an addition symbol? This should be a subtraction symbol. And so I had him do it that way because, like, in my head, I'm like, that's so much simpler.
But this just makes sense. Yeah.
And so now, and I've like heard of like this like new math.
You're just scratching the surface because it's gonna get worse.
I know.
I'm just letting you know.
And I'm like, why can't we just do adding and subtracting and multiplication and division? And Miles is getting ready to go. Like he's doing multiplication and he's gonna get into division. And I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for this. And you're in 3rd grade.
The wildest thing is when they look at you and they go, they get it, and then they'll look at you and be like, and they get the answer, and you go. Because you're like, why did you use half a sheet of paper? I could have gotten that in a line, like I don't even need it's just like show your work. I'm like, I don't have to show my work.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like real nervous for the next couple of years because like there's only so much I can help, and they're learning everything so much sooner.
Oh, and they learn it so fast.
And like, there's a trajectory that they have to follow. Once again, I understand.
Which is that's another one of my greases, and we might get to graces here, but like,
I know this is
grease wise. Like, this is the other thing. We expedite our kids so fast.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, you're in 4th grade, but you're doing 6th grade math.
Yeah, that's
and then you're
insane.
in 8th grade, but you're doing freshman classes. And then you're a freshman, but you're doing, junior and senior high work. Okay, now you're junior, senior, and you're doing college credit. And then you're getting out of school at like
people
22.
are graduating both college and high school at the same time, which I'm like,
people look at me sometimes. They're like, I have a degree, and I'm like, you don't even have a driver's license. Like,
I don't understand how that happens.
Do. That's when like you get flicked in the nose. Like, go away, And they're like, you want to see my trophy? And I'm like, no, because you bought that on Amazon and it arrived yesterday.
Like, I made popcorn last night and I didn't burn any kernels.
Yeah. What's up now?
Do that.
Yeah. What's up now? It just drives me crazy because it's so like. And I'll give you a crazy one. Okay, so I don't know how you were with this, but.
Oh, no.
This is way too transparent, but I'm going to drop it anyway. So like, I was an elementary school boy, which meant I liked girls.
Yes.
Okay. So like, it is not uncommon when I was in school that you like had girlfriends or whatever the case is, right? And so like, I mean, you play around town and all that other stuff, and there was just like. Whatever, like Billy kissed, Carol, things like that happened and whatnot. The kids today, I can't even believe I said it like that because it makes me sound so old. But like, I had a conversation with my daughter who's not allowed to date till she's in college, and we unpacked like her schedule. She doesn't even have time. There is not even like there's not even a moment in her day that she could even put a boy in that schedule. And it's the same with elementary school students. I'm like, you don't even have time to like somebody.
There is an elementary school kid who I think he's a year older than Miles is. Maybe. I don't know. He's a tiny little fella.
Okay.
He's really good at
Your
soccer.
kid's a tiny little fella.
This kid's short. Like, he's small. And Miles plays soccer very competitively.
Yeah.
We're on, like, travel teams and indoor.
You're that parent.
No, because I constantly give Miles the choice.
Right,
and if he says no, then I'm like, understand that your worth is not...
That's fair.
Tied up in sports.
Yeah.
So, and he had a really great comeback to me the other day because he just got invited to play an indoor team.
Okay.
And I said, okay, so that means that your schedule, if you say yes to this, Tuesdays and Thursdays you have soccer practice. Yep. Wednesday nights you have church.
Yep.
Friday nights you have a soccer game.
Yep.
Saturday you have 2 games. And he goes, that's a lot of games.
It is.
I said, it is a lot of soccer. That's why I'm giving you the choice. And he goes, well... I guess if I'm going to be a professional, I have to keep playing games. And I was like, okay. And so we constantly tell him his worth is not in what he does. But there's a kid that plays around him. Not on the same teams, but he already has colleges looking at him.
That's dumb.
That's insane to me. I'm like, his voice hasn't even dropped.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of changes
things could totally go south for him because he could his body could change, his mind.
And he's great. He really is a solid, great soccer player. colleges are looking at him already.
Long time.
And I'm like, don't do that.
And then you're pigeonholed, because then you're going to grow up, you get into the spot where you go, man, like, I didn't want to do this, but I was kind of forced. It's kind of like wearing the crown, you know, like nobody asked to be king, but here you are.
Yeah. It's like, there's a soccer player right now. He's like 16. Mbappe?
I can't remember.
I think it's Mbappe. And he's like 16.
That's wild.
And it's like, you're a professional. So then you've peaked at 16.
Way too early.
You got a lot of life left there, buddies. And so, like the fact that there are colleges that I now am aware of that are looking at elementary school kids. Yeah. That is so much pressure. Like, just let them be kids. Which is my other degree.
I was going to say, I was trying to go to the gray side of it. It's not going to happen. Yeah.
So, outside time, like recess time, I feel like kids don't get that as much, especially.
And if they do, it's not as like free.
Yeah. And then the second one is field trips. Field trips, I understand, are a lot of work.
I blame COVID for this one, though.
No. This was before. They took them away a lot because the need for testing scores took away, and the funding being pulled from schools who don't have good test scores.
Took some precedence there.
And so they keep taking away field trips. Yes, COVID was kind of like the nail in the coffin, but they were lessening prior to COVID. Sure. And it's like super unfortunate because those were really memorable times. Like I remember a lot of field trips that I went on, but also like it's just a day where you're like still able to learn. There's a lot of information that can be had or learned during field trips. Right. Things that might be able to click that you've been learning in school, but like you get to go to the science museum and you get to see like how a cloud forms. How stinking cool is that? Like you don't get to do that in normal class. And so like getting outside and being able to play more than like twice a day for 15 minutes in an 8-hour day and going to field trips are like a thing of the past that is wildly unfortunate.
I was never allowed to go.
Really?
Oh, Bethany laughs at it every time. Like she's like, did you ever go to like the Sears Tower? And I was like, no. And she's like, why not? And I was like,
because I'd be the one climbing up the
side. She's I was like, you ever seen those YouTube videos of the guys that climb up the wall? Like, that would have been
I was like the group that like whatever parent sees my name is like,
okay, yeah. Well, let's see if we can lose a kid.
Gotta have her. Like, she's in my group.
You have any great? Like we have like 2 minutes to cover graces, but do you have any?
Graces would be.
We just dogged on elementary school for like ever.
But elementary school was one of those like.
I'll give you one. I loved
I did too.
If I could rank elementary school, junior high, high school, and college is on the bottom of the list. High school is on the top of the list. Yeah. Elementary and junior high would probably be a tie. I was in a lot of trouble, but let me tell you what, I was having a great time with my life.
Based on like. Based on like the sections that we're doing, elementary is probably like second to last for me. Yeah. But not because I had a bad time. Like I think I would have had a better time had I had a different experience. Right. Had I been in a school that embraces children who need to move.
My elementary school, probably 70% of it was horrible, but that 30%.
Finding like the friends, having like I have a friend, my best friend. We have been friends since we were 4 years old.
Well, Rex and Sean that we talked to last week, they're the same way. Yeah.
And so like if you can have that like one friend who has been with you since like kindergarten, first, second, that is no longer a friendship. Yep. Realistically, like that's a sisterhood, that's a brotherhood. Like that you are siblings at that point. Like
I mean, I remember that we got the block. Like we would everybody's meeting up in Matt's yard, you know, and we would all like, okay, like here's the deal, we're playing whatever tonight, you know, and like we would run around and you didn't have to go home until the street light came on and like those type of things, like you were just a kid. Yeah. You know, and don't get me wrong, I was getting beat on the weekends, but hey man, I'm having a good time doing it. Like, it was just so fun. And you go over to other people's houses and you see their parents. Like John and my youngest, she went over to her friend's house the other night and they ate. It was really funny because she has a Hispanic friend. They ate hamburgers. We were having tacos. And I was like, we just totally switched.
That was weird.
Yeah. But like for her, like I love that. You know, I'm like, yeah, you should meet other people's parents and be in those experiences and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
You don't get that a whole lot anymore because I think students are just totally locked in.
They are very much so. And I feel like we were truly just able to be kids. Like we didn't have anything holding us
100%
inside, and so we would go outside whenever we had a chance. Like winter, summer, it did not matter.
Outside.
I was outside all of the time. My brother, and I was normally with my brother's friends because like my brother, we lived in like prime location for all of my brother's friends, and we had a nice big backyard. It's the house that I moved from.
Oh yeah.
We lived there, and we had like trees as our fence.
Yeah.
And so we would use our yard all of the time for a baseball field.
Which was so big, right?
Yeah. So our house was like the house that everybody congregated at.
Right.
And so like my elementary years were just filled with like so much playing, and like there was no cares because we weren't on trajectories of college and things. Like we just got to.
At that point, we're just trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
like that in my life, I and people laugh at this, but it's 100% true. I never thought I'd make it to 16. Like
really?
No, never. Like I thought like something was gonna happen. Then 16 happened, and I was like, okay, 18, and then 18 happened. It was 21, and then there was a couple of years in there where I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it till tomorrow. And like to this day, I still don't know. Like I'm like, okay, like
there's
every day's a gift.
Where you're like, God really got my back on that.
Oh yeah, there's times where I'm like, there's people like, you believe in angels? I'm like, believe? I don't have to believe in them. They're real.
They carried me a couple times.
They have been they've shown up. So yeah, so like I think it's, but yeah, I mean like, have you ever seen Stand By Me? The movie?
No, like not in its entirety.
And you know the preface then.
Yes.
You know, so like that to me is so like where the boys are yelling at the girls and the girls are yelling at the boys, and we would go to the pool and stuff like that. You know?
We have the like in Girl World. There's I think it's called Now and Later, Now and Then.
Now and Then. Now and then.
I feel like that's the girl version of Stand By Me. Like very very much the same.
I love Now and Then. It's a great film.
It is a good. But yeah, I
good, and probably because I lived it.
Yes.
Like just totally live that.
Yeah, it like that was life. Like going on your bike down the street to your best friend's house.
Yep.
You call your mom to let her know you're alive, and then you're off.
Yeah, you're
for
off to
hours.
the races.
Like bye.
I mean, and back then we were building bike ramps.
Yeah.
I mean we were breaking bones. Like
you're so nimble when you're a kid. The ability
we did
to
things
just,
where
like,
I'm like, I should that would be
thrash
dead.
your body.
Yeah.
And like you wake up the next day and you're like, yeah, things are good.
I started skating probably like I want to say like probably 4th or 5th grade. And like I remember when I was in college, I came home one time and the local college in my hometown, I'll never forget. Like there's a stair set that was there.
Oh yeah.
And we used to do like crazy tricks off of it, and I stared at it for like 10 minutes and I was like, that's a solid 15 feet in the air. Like it is not. And I'm going, what were we thinking?
Jumped off that?
We're throwing ourselves off there on skates, like just
trusting that the board's going to be there at the bottom.
Like I'll never forget that. And I was like, what in the world was I thinking? And then there was like this hill, and like we would always just like go down the hill to like get to the next spot. And I'm like, that is the steepest.
It's so dangerous.
Hill. Like I'm like, and Bethany, I remember like when we were in college, she'd be like, would you do it again? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I mean, we're hopping on rails and like the whole.
My bones are in place now. They're locked in.
Falling hurts, man.
Yeah, you're a lot further from the ground.
Crazy to me. That would be my only like graceful thing was just like, and I don't think anybody can really like understand that if you didn't grow up in it, because I mean it was like. We were down in Winona Lake. This was a couple months ago. Yeah. And I don't know if I told the story here or not, but like, so we cut across the grass to like get back to our car, and there was this older couple. He was probably a good 20 years older than me, and he's like, they make sidewalks. And so I looked at him right in the face and I was like, I'm a 90s kid. It's just in my bones. And he's like, I'm a 70s kid. He's like, I would have taken the grass too. You know what I mean? So it's like this thing where I was like, we both knew what it was like,
Very
and
much.
like you're trying to live in that nostalgia
moment.
But
Yeah. I've got so many. I mean, now that I'm like actually thinking about it, like book fairs.
Oh,
book fairs during elementary school were the peak experience.
I mean, and you can even go to like Sam Goody, you know, like CD clubs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those things were super sweet. Family Video Blockbuster to piggyback off last week.
We didn't have that.
Oh, you didn't?
I don't. No, we had our town one. We had a
town video store
and
rental.
so we would go for that one.
Yeah,
and I would use like anybody's family.
Heck yeah,
anybody's family name that didn't have a late fee.
They look at you. They're like, "What's your name?" And you're like, Smith. And they're like, "You don't look like a Smith." You're like, I
don't think you used that name last week.
Yeah.
The movie that you checked out, when I returned it, it said for the Jones family. And
I love that they slid it back to. They're like, "This one's R," and you're like, crap.
Try not to make eye contact.
Yeah, we would like switch boxes even sometimes. Like, and they're like, "This is not, you know, this is the wrong." We're like, "Ugh."
Elementary school, you think
you
you're
can do
so
whatever you
slick.
wanted.
Like you think you're so
whatever
slick.
you wanted to do.
Yeah, but book fairs. Oh, and now I take my kids to the book fair, and I'm like, this is all like trash. You like they only want the books that have like the fake dinosaur bones in it, and I'm like. No, I'm not spending $18 on this book that you're not going to read. You just want the dinosaur claw.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I have a couple more, but we have run out of time.
All right, so what do you want to hear?
I want pictures. Ooh. I want to see a picture of elementary whoever.
All right.
I'll try and find mine. You send me yours, Jordan, and then can I put it on our page?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I have like yeah.
Okay, cool. I will find a picture of me, maybe with my hair all
I'd love to see
wild.
like it all nappy.
It was like always just a hot mess. It took a long time for me to get to where I am now. So yeah, realistically, I think that's all I want to hear is like, I want to see a picture of you in elementary school.
Okay.
And I want to know who was your favorite teacher in in kindergarten through 5th.
That's a good one.
Best teacher that you had.
Who was yours?
I got to think. His name was Mr. Molnar.
It was a guy?
It was a guy.
Wow.
And I hated having him in 3rd grade.
How come?
Because at about 3rd grade is when my math skills really started to tank, and he was really good at math.
Yeah.
That was like his thing. And I was always behind, and I never understood things. And so I stopped turning in my homework because
just done.
Because like I didn't understand it. It would be half done, and like I'd tell my mom like, "Oh, I'll get it done," and then I never did, and then I would never turn it in. I actually had an in-school suspension.
You had ISS?
I had an ISS because I didn't finish my homework, and so I stole somebody else's paper, erased her name, and put my name on it.
Yeah.
And I got caught.
Kimberly. I'm like digging for my picture here. That's all I'm doing.
So, Mr. Molnar, he was a great teacher. He would just get on to me.
Did you call him Mr. M or was it?
No, Mr. Molnar.
It was always M.
He had chickens, and so he brought in chicks, and so during reading time, he would let us hold the baby chicks.
What a great teacher! Just because he knows, like,
absolutely. Yeah. And so, just like he was a really good teacher. So, anyways, I ended up having him in 6th grade.
Oh, whoa! You had him twice?
I had him twice. He bumped up to 6th grade, and he was my like homeroom teacher, or something like that. No, something like that. And guys, if you want to look at Jordan. Oh my gosh, those glasses.
They changed with the sun.
Did you have braces?
Nope. They changed with the sun.
Oh, yeah. You had nerd. Jordan.
I'm just flipping through pictures for Kim right now. Yeah.
He's giving me pictures. Guys, I will be posting these. Oh, that's a serious Jordan. Yeah. That doesn't even look like you. Oh. Somebody was laying into the cereal boxes a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. Chunky monkey, man.
Oh, man.
I'll send you all
so anyways, yeah, my favorite teacher, he ended up just being a wonderful teacher. I adored him. He was one of the few teachers who I felt like actually saw me and like understood that like I just don't understand things.
Yeah,
like, and was just kind about it.
And he's like, hey, we can work with this, right?
Yeah. And so he was just, I really, really ended up liking him. So, but
If I send you these, you cannot do anything with them.
I'm just going to post them on the Facebook.
That's fine. I don't care about that. I just sent you like a ton of them.
I'm going to print them. I'm going to put them in everybody's car
I got high school prom pictures.
Man. No, that's not for this week.
Yeah.
So I want pictures of elementary school.
Bugle Boy.
Oh, that's a sweet one.
Bugle Boy? Yeah. That's so funny.
And then who was your favorite teacher? Do you have any questions?
Yeah. So I'll answer yours first. Favorite teacher was
Miss Horner. Come on.
Oh, I loved her. I don't know. Elementary school. The time I did third grade twice. That was like. Yeah, she was so fun. Mm-hmm. Like, so I really liked her. That'd probably be like my favorite teacher in elementary school. My favorite teacher's not an elementary school teacher.
Same.
Well, yeah.
Like, I have like two.
My favorite teacher didn't come till later down the line.
Yeah.
But
my favorite teacher is Jesus.
What do I want to hear? I would love to see like elementary school picture. I think that would be really cool because a lot of people don't want to share them, but it's your past. Who cares?
Right? I know.
Can't change it. It cracks me up when people are like, "Oh, you can't see this," and I'm like, "Okay." Yeah. The tree question. I always want to hear like our opening question. So that's kind of a given.
So what would you have grow on trees other than money?
Yeah. And then this is probably a little bit too serious, but I would love. What do you think the biggest struggle of an elementary school student is today?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What do you think their real big issue is today? And then how is that different from yours when you were back then?
Medication.
No, I mean,
through
it could
and
be.
through.
Yeah.
Like I have a nephew who's on medication now for ADHD.
That's a whole podcast.
It really is.
Yeah.
And he is able to like really focus in. Like I almost get jealous. I almost get jealous because I'm like, man, I wish, but it also suppresses his appetite like wild.
I have so many thoughts, and all of them are like extremely like people would cringe at him. But what I like, the funny thing is with that whole conversation, and I've had some really good conversations with people about this. But like, what's really amazing is I have a voice because I went through it.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of times where people are like, so when we have these conversations, they'll look at me and be like, well, they can't look at me and say, like, you don't know. I'm like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
Like, so.
That's rough that you had headaches.
Oh, man.
Sorry,
it's
baby
bad.
Jordan.
Baby Jordan. Oh, can't see out of his glasses. Hercules.
That's what I was thinking of.
Good Lord. What's wrong with you, Jordan?
Oh, man.
All right, you guys. We covered a lot of ground today. Greasy and graceful sides of elementary school. We're going to keep this going. So next week, obviously, we're going to look at junior high for sure. Which buckle up because my junior. You think my elementary school is crazy? Junior high was looking at you, Jenna Cook. Man, life is messy, But hey, when there's grace is to be found. So don't forget to share your thoughts with us. We love hearing from you guys. Kim said it at the beginning, and I'll say it again. If you guys have suggestions for the show, we'd love to hear that. Obviously, we're in a little bit of a season here in regards to school, but we'd love some suggestions for future episodes. So if you have those, hit us up, rate, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. You can reach out to us at greaseandgracepod@gmail.com. Thanks for your patience last week, and we'll be back next week.
See you next week, guys. I'm picking up my nail.
Later.